Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be diving into Natas, a war game from the OverTheWire designed to sharpen your web security skills. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's jump in and start hacking our way through Natas. The level I'm going to do will be level 13. And in this video, we'll need to bypass both client-side and server-side control. So I think this is the big difference between this level and the previous level. So now we can copy this address as starting point. Okay. And we can head over to Linux VM. Paste in here, press enter. Oh, I should turn off the proxy in advance. Sorry about this. We can hit enter again on the keyboard. And we should provide the username Natas 13 and the password we can copy it from notebook. Paste into password field or box and then click sign in. Don't save. So this is very similar to the previous level. For security reasons, we now only accept image files. Also, the maximum size is 1 kilobyte. And we can, without any hesitation, to view its source code. And we can pay special attention to the code in the middle of this page, or PHP code. I think this is the first function is the same as the previous level. Just generate a random string. And the length is 10. And the second function is to return a path. And this path consists of directory and slash and random string or random len. And then at the end is extension. Of course, if the this file exists, we'll repeat this line of code. Okay, of course, this will be very rare situation. We use this function. I think this string would be very dynamic, okay, and random. And the third function is to, make random paths from file name. And this is the file name directory and get its extension. Okay, for example, the JPEG or GPG, and then this extension will be returned by this function. Okay, and this function also can maybe later we can see how these three functions are called. Okay. Next, so far all functions are only defined, not called yet. Next, we'll check this post variable. This is array, and if the array contains the key file name, if you scroll down or take a look at this part, there is one key or the name of the input, which is file name. Okay, now let's go back, and then we'll if the post array has file name key, and then we'll call this function file name. The directory would be upload. Okay, and of course, this function, this I think this one, and then we'll get the value is passed by the parameter file name. For example, here should be automatically whatever file you upload, the extension would be automatically set to GPG. So always, this function return the directory, of course, no problem, but the extension will be GPG, okay? And, to be lucky, this is some sort of client-side control. We can use, for example, like a BurpSuite to change this value for our purpose, okay? Because this control is implemented in the browser rather than server-side, okay? Next, we'll get the error. If there is any error, then print some error message like exceeds max file size, and also, for example, something went wrong. And the next, else, even there is no error, and we'll check to see the uploaded file, the size of the uploaded file is greater than 1000 bytes. And also we'll check, of course, so far everything is the same as the previous level, except the following line. We'll call this function, this is a built-in of PHP, okay? EXIF image type. This function will get its image type. And so how to determine its type? It will check the first part of the, maybe I can use the Google PHP function. This function will read the first bytes of an image and check its signature. So I think because this application is using this function to check its file type, and this can be easily bypassed. We can manually cheat the application by inserting another type of header like GIF, okay? And here next, if else, if we actually upload the image and then we'll move this file from temporarily directory to the target path, okay? And then, we can access this file. So this will be very easy. We need to bypass both client-side control and server-side control. This part or this control, this one, GPG, its extension can be modified by BurpSuite. And this one, this function is running at the background or on the server. And how to do? We can, let me pull up the terminal, and maybe we can delete existing files. First of all, we can create the one-liner web shell. Let me auto-complete this command. So this is just a one-liner of web shell. We'll call the function, and so the command will be passed by this parameter cmd. Okay, now we can press enter. However, if you directly upload this file, you will get error. Let me show you what I mean. And we can choose and navigate to Natas directory, select upload file, and then you can get the error. File is not an image. Why? Because this one, I think this message derives from this a block of code, or because of the check by this function. So how to do? We can edit this file, and we can press key shift and O to insert one line above the existing line, and we can cheat the application by inserting our own header or magic number. For example, like which one? Yeah, this one. So we can, for example, maybe this one. I always use this one to manipulate the file type and paste in here. Maybe we can separate into 2 lines and write and quit. So next, how to do? We can go back. Maybe I'd like to hit enter and turn on the proxy, so all requests will be passing our BurpSuite. And we can launch BurpSuite Community Edition. Click Next, Start BurpSuite. And we can navigate to proxy module and set the interception on. And we can choose, select, and upload the file, because we need to bypass the client-side control, or we need to change its extension. Otherwise, the extension would be put into the file name of the ultimate file. Okay, so we can change it to PHP, and then the uploaded file can be interpreted by PHP engine running on the server. Okay, so now we simply forward the request. No problem. As you can see, this file has been uploaded without a problem. Next, we can, maybe I can turn off the intercept option, and we can open link in new tab, and we can pass the parameter. The parameter name is CMD. Then we can run command like ID. No problem. So what do we have to do next? Our goal here is to retrieve a password for the next level. And as we know, the password for this series stores in this file. Okay, we can copy this absolute pass and paste over here. Can cut, and we need to change it to 14. Okay, we can press enter. As you can see, we successfully retrieve the password for the next level. Not so complicated, right? So what I'm going to do next, I'd like to launch PyCharm to code our own program to do this level, or automate this process by Python. And we can right click on the directory or the folder what we are working on, and we can go to new. We want to new Python file. We can call it like Natas 13, and we do not need to manually add the extension of py. PyCharm will take care of that for us automatically. And as the previous levels, we need to import something, import modules and class. I like to import request module, which is a third-party module. In order to use this module to send requests and receive response, you need to use pip command to install it. Okay. Next, I'd like to import the class requests authentication. Import HTTP basic authentication. Next, I'd like to import regular expression module, and this module can help us to handle basic authentication of HTTP or web application. And also, I'd like to import the function urllib. This is a built-in library of Python. Pass URL join. So we can, in some cases, we can join different paths into entire URL or entire address. Okay. Next, first of all, I'd like to initialize the instance for the class of HTTP basic authentication. HTTP basic authentication, we need to give two arguments. The first one is username Natas 13, and we can copy its password from my notebook. No problem. And paste in here. And also like to define the base URL. We can copy it from browser. Okay. And next we can, we can send a request to the web application and receive response. So response 1 requests, call the method get. URL is base URL and followed by the authentication basic. Okay, because first of all we need to get the dynamic name of this, or the dynamic string. This string is generated at the server side. Okay, so how to do? We can print. So we can print response text method, not a method attribute. We can save. Before we proceed, we need to test our program up to this point to see whether this program can run properly. We can run it. Natas. No problem. And so next, I'd like to extract this part. How to do? And I think we can copy this entire line and use the website of, this one. I always use this website to test my regular expression. And this is my way. I also can copy original string. And here we can use parentheses because this part is what we want to extract. And here we cannot have a fixed string. This should be created dynamically by the server. So the dot, and this means any characters is except a new line, and the asterisk, this means one or more of the previous regular expression. The previous expression is this one, is dot. And also I can put the question mark after it, so this can make the previous asterisk not greedy. Okay, so as you can see, we can extract the interesting information, and we can copy, and we can define the pattern. We can, so the random file name one, we can use the find all method. So the pattern 1, and we want to match it to response text. Okay, and this find all should return a list. In this case, there is only one item in this list, so we can use index 0 to retrieve the actual value. Before we go on, again, we can print out this value or to test our program up to this point. And also we can come out this line. And let's bring up the terminal and run our program once more. As you can see, this random file name has been retrieved. Next, we need to upload a file. So how to do? Let me use this way. I'd like to turn off the BurpSuite, and also I'd like to, oh no, we can disable the proxy and access and browse. Oh, sorry, before we need to open up the developer tool of the browser, navigate to network. Okay, tab. Next, we can browse, any file, for example, like this file, and upload. And then we can check all requests. The first request contains the main information. Okay, and so how to do next? Next, we can copy value as Q command. Again, in the previous video, I've already emphasized. In this case, the website cannot code the program properly. We need to do some modification. Okay, so we can from Q to Python, and the first link can lead us to this website, which provides the function of converting Q commands to Python, JavaScript, and more. Okay, and we can copy. Maybe I'd like to paste it here. So now we do not need to have anything here. I just want to have these parts. However, unfortunately, this information or this dictionary put all key or key value pair into these files is not correct. I think so. Okay, so how to do? The right way is we can copy and we can separate these key values into two variables. Let me put over here. So the first part is the data, and again, this is dictionary. We can copy this part. Okay, and we do not need to use a tuple, so we can remove this long and also this parentheses. And here also we do not need to use the long. And of course, this is dynamic. So I think we can use formatted string and use the curly brace. So this should be random file name. Okay, and to bypass, because this extension GPG would be, if we do not need to change, and the GPG extension would be put into the file, into the final file name. Okay, so we can change it to PHP. Okay, and next here we need to do some changes. The first, we can, of course, here is the file name. You can use any file name, and here is not a string. We need to get its handle of this file, and open, oh, sorry, not PHP. So here, shell PHP. Okay, and this is also necessary or required. Otherwise, the program cannot work successfully. Next, I think we can, of course, I think we can come out this line as well. Next, we can send the second or upload this file to the target, to the web application. So response to requests. In this case, we need to call its post method, and here we need to use URL join the base URL and index PHP. And the next, we can use keyword argument. So, not here. Authentication, basic, and the post data or request body accept files information. Data, and also we need to pass this argument files. So the actual file should be uploaded by this argument files. Okay. So this is the argument name, and this is the variable name. Of course, you can use any other name, but by convention, I use this one. Okay, because this is easily understood. Next, before we go on, I'd like to print out this response or source code of this response. We need to test our program up to this point, right? So we can save and we can run it. So I think our web shell has been uploaded to the application, to the target. So next we need to extract this file name, because afterwards we need to access this web shell. Okay, so how to do? We can use, maybe we can copy. We can copy from here to this greater sign. Can copy and go to the website, and also can paste here. And this part we can use parentheses. So everything between parentheses would be captured. Since this part is dynamically generated, so we can use dot and followed by asterisk and question mark to make it non-greedy. Okay, so we can copy and pattern 2. Okay, and we can use so random. Oh, I think I misspell this word, but this doesn't matter, right? File name, and we can call find all method pattern 2 and response to text, and again we can use index of 0. And we can print out the this second random file name. Also, we can cover out this line because we do not need it anymore. And bring up the terminal to test our program again. Python. Run it. So no problem. So next, we can generate the URL. And this could be, we can also call the function join base URL and So next we can use the formatted string, random file name, and I think I should upload. I forgot the directory in front of this random name. Upload, okay, and .php. Next, we can build, the loop, so we can run commands in this loop. So how to do? While true, and command, we can accept the user's input. Okay, so if command, we can strip space is quit, then we can break out of this loop. Otherwise, of course, we can construct the query string. So parameters, we can use the string, we can use dictionary, and we can open link, cmd id, but it's, sorry, I think this is not correct web shell. So anyway, we just have one parameter to pass. So cmd, and then we can use the command. Okay. Next, we can send this request to the target request, and URL authentication basic, the parameters, we can print out response text. Okay, so let's bring up our terminal to test our entire program. ID, no problem. Then we can retrieve the password from the next level, and this file should be this one. We can copy from here. Okay, press enter. As you can see, this is some sort of the web shell. We can run any command which current user has privilege to run. Okay, for example, uname, no problem, cat password file. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.